Hey guys, it's Driving Thoughts, and let's talk about being seen. My kids and I, we love to watch the Avatar movies. The first one, Avatar, and then the second one, Way of Water. The new one's going to be coming out soon, I guess in October or something like that, Fire and Ash. And something that I think is really, really beautiful that my kids and I have talked about and that I think about often is those particular scenes in both movies, the first one and the second one, where in the first one, his wife, she says, "I see you." What does that mean, to be seen? And in the second movie, there's a bunch of misunderstandings and stuff that go on between the father and the second oldest son. And finally, toward the end of the movie, after his brother passes and everything because of his mistake, his father says, "I see you." And every time I watch that movie, I kind of get I get emotional, and it brings tears to my eyes, because I've been through so much and so many times and just circumstances in my life where I feel that no one sees me for who I am on the inside, and they just take what they think they know of me and project it on me, and then out of their own trauma and different things that they're going through in their life, they then cast a mirrored image of what they're going through in their own life on me, as if it was my fault that they're having those issues within them, and they're not willing to recognize that the issue is actually within themselves. And so those scenes in those movies have had a big effect on me, and how other people see me, but then also how I look at, view, and attempt to see other people. And the thing is that so many people aren't truly seen for who they are because of what they have to do every day in life. I know for myself, I have kind of a silly, goofy side of me that I really don't show to anyone other than my kids and maybe one or two super close friends. And so people think, one particular thing about me or this or that. And I think that a lot of guys, a lot of men have this same issue, because when you study the spiritual sciences and ancient philosophies and those sorts of things, they talk about the different types of energy in the universe. There's masculine energy, there's feminine energy, and the masculine is much more rigid, and the feminine energy is the emotional energy. And as men, I think men fall into two particular categories, generally speaking, in that they either completely don't know how to control their emotions, and those would be the men that have tendencies towards anger. And then there's men that do know how to control their emotions, and they're usually quiet and more level-headed. And whether or not they are in positions of leadership or not, and I'm not trying to diversify too much in what I'm talking about here. I'm just saying that men in general, I think, have more control, or complete lack of thereof, control of their emotions, because the masculine energy has such a logical kind of frame or mindset. And so a lot of men, from what I've been able to tell and see, don't feel seen. And conversations I've had with men as well, they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, and so then they just don't speak. And so it's really important that we learn judge people so quickly. We need to slow down our thoughts. We need to be more compassionate towards others and try and really understand them on a deeper level. And when we do that, when we take that extra effort to try and learn deeply about someone and why they do the things they do, rather than just slapping a sticker on it and being like, oh, that was bad, you shouldn't have done that. Well, let me understand your reasoning why you did that. Why did you make that particular decision? Why did you say that particular thing? And when you get down to the deeper issues, the deeper things, and the reasons why, maybe it stems all the way back to their childhood. Maybe they had trauma, or maybe they were raised by a parent that, it said or did something this particular way, and so they made a particular decision based off of that. And it means so much to a person to be truly actually seen. So I think what we all need to do is we all need to practice more listening, thinking about and processing what people are saying so that we can truly understand them on a deeper level and see them for who they are on the soul level. That's all I've got. Have a wonderful and blessed day.